Okay, hello, welcome to my channel, Jumble.box. Today we're making a ephemera holder, and I'm at the last part of this project, and I think the last video I'm going to do. So I just have a few more things to do to finish up these envelopes, and I want to go ahead and put a little bit more stickers on them and show you a few things that I did off screen. So I made a little closure tag that looks like that. Let's check, make sure you can see. You can. Good. So I want a red sticker here. Oh, get a little hard to open. Yep, so we are almost done, and I went off screen. I did the sewing around the folder and got the pockets done and all that. So I want to actually show you how I put one of these together during this last part of the video. And right now I'm not sure if I'm going to splice them all together with a little bit of editing, or if I'm going to put them up as single videos. I'll figure that out when I get up to the big computer. So right now we're just adding a little bit of more decoration. Now this is an old Tim Holtz washi tape, and I really like it, and I really can't find any more like this one. So if anybody knows what that is, and especially this one, which doesn't even peel up for me anymore, if you know what that collection was called, put it in the comments, because I really like the transparency of that. Is just really good. I love it, love it. So all right, a couple other little things I'm going to do. This is also a Tim Holtz product. This is his linen tape, and quite often I will use a little bit here and there just for a little bit of texture. Like I'll put it right there just to make sure that that's the top part. Oh, it's really sticky. Okay, and then I'm trying to think, did I want to do another sticker? Oh, I had a butterfly I was going to put on this side, right here. We have some flowers, so I was thinking about maybe putting a butterfly like that. It's going to open like this. You'll see this butterfly. It's kind of a large butterfly, but yeah, it will fit. Well, I'll go ahead and I'll do it. Why not? And I know my light is getting a little tricky. It's getting on in the afternoon now, which is another reason to finish up this project. So I can do other things like make dinner. Okay, so that's really nice. It gives a good bit of green, you see right here. So this is the little closure that we made, and instead of a larger button, I just use a safety pin with a little bit of some fabric glued on. It just gives a little something to hold, and then you can just wrap it around. It doesn't have to be coiled really tightly to keep it closed. If you don't like the way this is gaping, you can just put a little Velcro tab there too. You know, it's mainly kind of decoration anyway. So, and then this is the little tab closure we made for this one. So I was originally trying to get this to go on a little paper clip, and it wouldn't be flat enough, so I just tied it together with a little string. Put a little gold on that typed word there. Okay, and then let's see. I wanted to put this right here just to give it a little bit more green. Don't need to have that big word there, so I still see it. So if you don't want it covering up the window like that, you can cut it off. And that's what I am going to do. I like to leave my windows alone. Try not to cover them. All right. So that's what that one looks like on that side. That's that side. And I'm just trying to think, do I have any other? I do have some this washi tape, which is kind of pretty. Oh, the sticky things are getting to me now. I like these two. Okay, so with these washi tapes, for whatever reason, they do not like to stay stuck down. They always roll, and I always end up having to glue them anyway. So I'm just gonna glue it right there. That's cute. Okay, now, good. One thing I can do is a little bit of inking. Doesn't have to be a lot. I can really smell my lilacs. They are starting to smell beautifully. I have some on my desk. Here. And you can see the lilacs. Right like that. See? I know it's casting a shadow, but they're just very beautiful. And I love them today, so. Yes, this theme is making me think about spring and the flowers that are coming out, and that's why we're doing it. So, and that's that one. That is so cute. I like my girl there. So this one, I could ink that if I want to. I can even get some yellow watercolor or something like that and color it. I thought about that, but I think we're going to just kind of do a little bit more and then get it together so that we have some time to appreciate it at the end. It's not going to be very hard. I absolutely love this. It's really working very well. And then this one is already inked a little bit, but we'll just ink that up a little darker. That's a lot of fussing with that. So I did put a little gold here too, so you wouldn't see just a plain butterfly. All right, I think that is good. So these are the 4 envelopes we're going to use in our little holder. Here is the little holder, and I got to this part that I want to show you. So this is what our accordion spine looks like, and I did use little bits of glue here and here to glue it all together, and you just let it dry with a paper clip on it. And then, of course, it's going to open up like this. I'm pretty sure you can see that on the camera. So I'm going to use double-sided tape because it does hold pretty well. and it's pretty quick. You just have to put like 2 little layers or strips down. Oops. Just don't need a ton, but you want it to hold. And then you can always reinforce. If you feel like it's not enough, you can always reinforce with a little bit of glue as well. So I'm going to skip the glue today and just tuck that down exactly where I want it. Like this. Okay. Now, if somehow I've got a little stickies over there, which I can cover with some washi tape. I'll do that in a minute. I just want to make sure it's going to close, and it will. Not exactly centered, but that's okay. So for this part, in an accordion fold, these are the hills and valleys, right? So the hill is obviously this point, the valley is this point. We're going to put the double-sided tape here on each of these valleys so that we can kind of page through, and they're all going on the right side. So let's see. I used a book page to make the accordion fold spine. Whoops, that took a little bit of the picture off, but maybe that we won't see that. Let's not get fussy about details, let's just work. Trying to make this within 25 minutes is kind of hard, but nobody needs to see super long videos. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, and then we need one more. Yes, so I was going to say too, I started making these because I wanted to do something that didn't have to do with sewing signatures in, and I was exploring this idea of these spines, and this just kind of worked as a really good project. So which one do we want first? This one. I think that would be really pretty as the first one, so I'm proud of this girl. Now, the hard bit, make sure I'm in camera. Okay, I know there's a shadow. That's because my light is going. So the hard bit is getting everything placed the right way. And yeah, I'm sorry, it takes a little bit of time to... I'm trying to watch this little bit of space here and watch that little bit of space there. I think that's good. Okay. And we're going to try to get them even. And that's upside down. Oh yeah, we are all putting all the flaps are all on that side. Gotta remember that. So I don't know, is this easier to do it this way? Trying to get them even is a little tricky. So put it right in the spine and then push it to the side. Seal it like that. Okay. So maybe if you have just a teeny gap, that might be better. I'm going to do this one next. I like doing it like this. I can kind of watch. So by a teeny gap, I mean to line up the sides, I'm pushing it right down into the lowest part of the valley. And then I'm going to pull it out a little bit, just so that there's a little bit of room. Ooh, am I going to be able to do that? Sometimes it's so hard to do this correctly. Well, I tried. I think I did it. Yeah, it looks pretty even. Pretty even. Yeah, okay. So there's a little tiny gap, and that'll just help the, this one you see is getting a little hard to open all the way. So when it comes to making a larger one, we're going to have it like that. I might have to do something a little different, and I'll have to figure it out. Well, you're not going to see that little bit of gold paper. That's okay. All right. Okay, so now we have our 4 pretty envelopes in a little pretty thing, and I want to seal this so it doesn't flap on me. If I get annoyed, I might have to put a Velcro tab on that just to make sure it stays down. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. Pretty good, pretty even. I can feel a little bump from this tab here. And that's kind of right on paper. Think we might want to do something like this. We're going to make, oh, I have to make a tie anyway. So I think we're going to actually make that a little bit stronger. So I did put some flowers here on that. I'm going to do the same kind of wraparound tie, and it's going to come from a closure on the back. It's got a little thing that hangs down. That's probably okay. Okay. All right, well, now it's for the back closure. So the back closure can be done in a few different ways. What I think I'd like to do is just do kind of like what we did with the flower button. We're going to glue this together. And did I dump? Yep, I did. Okay, we're going to use one of these. So this is going to go on here. Just thinking, this one's going to go on here to strengthen the other side, and I want it to be exactly lining up with that button there. I know you'll see it, but that's okay. The string's going to come something like that. Needs a little tab to strengthen that, just so it will be not as liable to tear, I guess. So I need to make another one. I'm going to use this because it looks a little antique-y. Some distress ink. Punch a hole in it to make it easier on ourselves. Now, so the string, oh boy, where's my string? Well, I don't have enough string on that one. All right, hold on for one moment. I have to reach way across and get my string. And I guess this is the string that I'll use. Okay, so this is the cotton string that I'll use. It's a little bit thicker than the other string, but that'll be okay. So go ahead and put these down. So we're making this little tab closure here. I'm going to flatten this a little bit. it around like that. You could tie that if you want. I guess I will, I have time. And then, again, we're going to use the tacky glue because it's a little bit better than the other glues. Feels like a lot, but we want it to be pretty secure, so. Right. Now it's going to come right, about right here. And then I will actually put a clamp on that to make sure that it is glued down nicely. And then it'll probably wrap around like this. And probably just hook it around that little bead. Or maybe a double. I don't have one right now, but I can put a little button like I did with the other one, like this. Put a little button like that on there. Okay, but no point in doing that now. I don't have one, and this is going to need to be clamped so that it will fully glue down, and I like to use these little clips. Just do it like that. Alright, so then we have a little pocket that I made. It needs to be inked a little bit. A pocket for sticking some goodies in there. And here's what these envelopes look like. Because I use nice looking paper, you could just leave those. You could also put some more stickers and some washi tape on them. These white areas could also be decorated a little bit more. You could use markers or watercolor, or even just take a little bit of acrylic paint and kind of, you know, if you do that thing where you take a toothbrush and you spritz it to make little, you know, little dots, that would work. Here's another little folder, and then if this is popping out a little bit, I'll probably get a little glue, or maybe just put a little piece of tape there or something. And then this side is a little stiffer because of the way this bend is, I guess. Bend that up a little bit. Paper's pretty malleable, so that's that. Okay. Then, if you want to strengthen your spine, you can put some pretty washi tape on it. Maybe like, that's about that thick. I think I'm just gonna maybe just end up doing a little bit here. And what kind do I want to do? I do have this dark one. That would be pretty. I love this color. And the butterflies are awesome. I like butterflies quite a lot. Not everybody does. You do you, I'll do me. So here we go. And this is actually one of those tapes where you better put some glue down on the bottom because it likes to peel. The trick is getting it to not tape over the sewing part. You just press it in. If it peels up, put a little more washi paper, glue on it, and it'll be all right. Ooh, I do think that would be fun to have that color on the front too, so I'll do a little bit of that. Probably just two. really pretty. All right. So this paper is not quite as stiff as the other paper that I used, so this is just a little bit more flexible. I do think that I'm going to take another coating of the flat Mod Podge and I'll go over everything just to seal it down. And if I might find some other little stickers or something that are kind of clear or translucent, I might use those as well. And yeah, that's our little project. So very fun to do, and it looks great. I made these little word tags to go on little Happy Mail presents that I made. And I'm kind of glad because I always forget to use these little eyelets. I guess they're called eyelets. I always forget to use them, so glad I got to use them today. I feel like that's very plain. It needs something. Good idea. All right, this is a little bit of ribbon. You have to take the wire out of the ribbon. And then, oh, I happen to have a little bit of double-sided tape, which is like one of my favorite things to use. And we're just gonna put that right here. A little bit of texture. It might pop off. If it pops off, I'll just glue it back down. And that's our timer. So there you go. That's our finished ephemera holder. Almost finished. I'm gonna still put a little bead on the end. And then all of these things kind of need to settle, so you can kind of put a little bit of weight on it to kind of squish them all down, and then they'll get a little flatter. So quite often when I'm working with the envelopes, I'll let them dry for a day before I usually put them together. But I wanted to do this one and get it finished. And this is our other little one that you didn't see me do, but you saw some of these envelopes. And they have some different closures. These are just a little pop tab. They're only glued on one side. That's a little fabric piece with a little Velcro. I love these Dolly Dimple stickers. They're the best. So, and that's a little slide for ephemera. So there you go. This is a little paper cutout. It kind of printed a little bit yellow, so I have to work on printing that a little bit better, but that's number one. It just twirls right around like that. And then this is number two. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining me. I had a lot of fun making this video. You guys go ahead and make your own. If you do, or if you have any questions, pop them in the comments. And please subscribe to my channel. I'm working on different things all the time, and I appreciate your time and attention. Have a wonderful day. Bye now.